Be realistic about bugging out. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. That's what we're talking about today. Bugging out. And being realistic about it. But first off, you guys like the videos, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please comment, share the videos. Do all the things to help with the algorithm. It really does help and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Also, shout out to my subscribers, on my patrons over on Patreon. Links in the description below if you're interested. Yeah, thank all you guys for being here, for being with the channel, for supporting me, all your awesome words, advice. Hey, I've learned a lot from you guys. Seriously, I don't know everything. I'm far from it. So, what is this video? This video is being realistic about bugging out because we have been loading some moving boxes, the U-Haul U-Box things, with preps and other things, and you come to realize how much space these things actually take. So if you're going to be bugging out, be realistic about it. And how much can you take with you? I'll show you some clips about the U-Haul U-Boxes. If you're interested in moving, it's an option. If you're bugging out, it kind of gives you the idea of how much space you're working with and what all fits, kind of. It's not really about that, it's more about the moving stuff. But yeah, this got me to thinking. A lot of people think they're just going to bug out. Well, how much can you carry with you? How much of your preps can you take with you? If you got 6 months of preps, you might be able to take them with you. If you got 3 months, depending on your vehicle, that may be easier. But if you got a year or more of food and stuff like that, I tell you what, it takes up a lot of room. I don't specify my level of preps and the exact stuff I have and how many months and or years of food I have, just because it doesn't matter. I have what I feel is enough for my family and I continue to work on it. I continue to add to it. So, it takes up a lot of room. And it's not just preps also, but given the idea of how much space there is, I have a long bed Ford Super Duty truck with a shell on it. That will carry a lot for most people. But it would not carry everything I would need it to if I needed to bug out. If I had a cargo trailer, depending on the size of the cargo trailer, maybe. So think about what you're going to take with you. I've talked in the past about bug out practice. I encourage you guys to practice your bugging out. Do in different levels, in different time frames of bugging out, to be realistic, to put a sense of realism in it and a time frame, so there's that stress involved, so you see what you can actually accomplish. I would say have like a 10-minute bug out. We got 10 minutes to grab everything we can from our house, get in our vehicle, and get out of the driveway. You don't have to leave the driveway. Just get everything in your vehicle, start it up, whatever. Say, okay, start the timer, end the timer. 10 minutes, bam, you gotta be ready to roll. And then maybe do a 1 hour or maybe a couple hours. And then do a 1 day. And if you're really, really up for a challenge, do a let's take everything we possibly can bug out, no matter how much time it takes you. But that is very daunting because you have to load all that stuff, and then what do you have to do? You got to unload all that stuff and put it all back. That's another reason why I talk about fitness all the time, physically fit. I mean, I had 26, 28, maybe 30 logs in my carport weighing between 50 and probably at least 200 pounds. And I carried them from my carport all the way out into the woods and made a pile out there. A better location for them. And I'll tell you what, if you're not fit, you're not going to be able to do that. I mean, I'm not some big muscle-bound dude, right? But practical fitness. Practical fitness. Like I was showing my son when we were moving boxes and stuff like that around. Whenever you lift a box, instead of holding it like this, you know, at the extent of your arms, like all the way down here, pull up your biceps like that. So whenever you're carrying something around, you're lifting up and you're engaging your biceps. Or whatever you're doing, if you're carrying things in both hands, then try to pull them out to the sides to engage your shoulders. Just do different things like that. I know this has nothing to do with bugging out. But it does have something to do with bugging out, because if you're not physically fit, it's going to take you longer, or you're not going to be capable of doing it. So fitness is very, very important. And along with that, you got to put into your body what will feed your body: good, healthy, natural foods and lots of water. That's good for you also. So yes, it does have something to do with bugging out. So yes, bugging out is very daunting. This is what I was talking about. The U-Haul U-Boxes. So, I mean, if you're moving, check it out. Just advice about if you're moving and you want to pack it yourself. I'll tell you what, the first one one is full now, and the other one's about 80%. I'll tell you what, I did awesome. I was the man filling the first one. It was so cool. I got everything packed in there to the roof, press fit. All the little, not all the little nooks and crannies, but I'll tell you what, even if this thing shifts in transit to wherever it is we're moving, I don't have anything to worry about. I even took sleeping bags and shoved them in there, and then they came with those big bags of blankets and stuff like that to wrap your furniture in and stuff like that. Well, I don't have any furniture in either one of these, so I didn't need them. So I shoved those in the corners and in the nooks and crannies and stuff like that, and I fit a lot of stuff. But be wary, 2,000 pound limit per. So, plan the weight accordingly. I guesstimated I'm probably right about that. So, this is an option. Thinking of moving? Prepper Moving. These things are by U-Haul. They're kind of like pods. Like that thing, that company, Pods. They'll bring them to you, or you can load them yourself. Or you load them yourself. They'll either bring them to you, or you can haul them. If you got a truck like mine, then you can haul them yourself. Good option. Load it yourself. They store it for you and ship it to wherever you need it to be, and they just charge per month. So it's a really good way to move some of your stuff or all of your stuff. If you can fit in these 2 boxes, great. It's a good way to try, it's a good option. Okay, in case you're wondering what these things carry, if you're using these big totes, there is the little totes stacked 3 tall on that side, the big totes stacked 3 tall there, and there are 2 rows there, so there's 9, and then, or no, there's not 9, there's 12 right here, and then another 3, so that's 15, plus another 3 will go right here, so that's 18, so 18 of the big size, 18 of the big size will fit in there, and then what, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, so 12 of the smaller ones will fit in there, stacked 3 tall. Then you can start packing up the rest of the space, which is still quite a bit of space, with lighter goods. Just to show you guys basically how much that will carry, because we still got quite a bit of space left in there. It's 2,000 pound limit, so take that into consideration if you're looking at this. Okay, so bugging out. I do not recommend bugging out as a first plan. I suggest it as a backup plan or a tertiary plan. Bugging in is always better, but bugging out needs to be part of your plan. You need to have that as a plan, at least. Because yeah, it's very difficult. It puts you in a situation where you're out and you're more vulnerable. In transit too, what can happen? So many different things can happen. You could have a roadblock with bad guys on it. You could have a bridge out. You could have all your routes that you have planned to your bug out location blocked. You could get to your bug out location. It could be occupied by bad guys or people that outnumber you or out capability you. So it's not the best option. I want to reiterate that, but this is talking about you still need to have it as an option. And practice, we know that perfect practice makes perfect, right? Because Murphy's Law, what can go wrong will go wrong. So if you plan these things and you practice these things, the 10-minute bug out, the hour bug out, the 6-hour bug out, and then maybe everything bug out. Everything bug out is I've never done it, to be honest. It's just too daunting. And like I said, it is a backup plan. But it needs to be part of your plan. It's very important. And you need to be realistic about it. You need to know how much can you take and what is your physical capability. Like I just talked about, do you have the physical capability to load all the stuff you need and then to unload it, right? Fitness is key, and yes, it does apply to bugging out. Fitness applies to everything you do in life. In an event, everything is going to be more physically demanding. Everything you do is going to be more physical. You're not going to be sitting in an office anymore. You're going to be out moving around, doing things, gardening, bugging out, bugging in, chopping wood, foraging, hunting, fishing, growing your garden, working on your animals, whatever it may be, is more physically demanding. So please work on your fitness. No matter what level you're at, you can always improve. No matter what limitations you have, you can always improve. So please, please be doing your best. Please be eating, putting good stuff in here. Your body is your temple. Remember, we got to respect him. He gave us these bodies. We need to take care of them. We need to do the best we can. So remember, bugging out needs to be an option. It couldn't be a backup plan. I do not recommend it as a primary plan unless you live in a city. If you live in a big urban environment, then I would say, yeah, get the heck out of there as soon as you can if the situation deems it's deteriorated enough where you don't feel safe there anymore, basically. Other than that situation, I feel that bugging out is not optimal. Bugging in is always better. But be realistic about what you have, be realistic about what you can take, and practice it. If you got a bunch of chickens, how are you going to take them? What about your garden? I can't take my garden with me, right? Well, I can bring seeds though. And I can also build raised beds at my bug out locations. You can too. So think about that. Or you can have materials pre-staged at your bug out locations so that you can build raised beds, whatever. But yes, bugging out needs to be part of your plan. Maybe not the primary, like I said, but bugging out is an important part of preparedness. So, like I said in the beginning, if you like the video, please subscribe, please hit the like button, please share, please comment, all those things. And it really does help the algorithm. It really does help out me. It helps out any other channel that you go to that you care about. And I recommend going to all the prepper channels and subscribing to everybody and checking back often to make sure you're still subscribed because the algorithm doesn't like what we have to say a lot of times. I've had a tough day of moving. I am wiped out. So I need to get in and cook some dinner and relax because unfortunately my wife, having lupus, is having one of those really bad days. So she pretty much curled up on the couch all day and, napped and just relaxed because that was pretty much all she was capable of today. So yeah, it is what it is. We do the best we can. We pray to him and we try to stay positive. So I love you guys. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. I really care about you guys. Have a wonderful day and blessings to you and yours.